And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Now Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Bengals.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And the pressure gets to him again.
So the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And Wentz not going to take the snap here. Instead, he turns and calls a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29.
For an Eagle.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 56 yards. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. A quick toss outright. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Eagles nothing. To kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
On the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
And a Bengal
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Drew Sample, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Now it's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. He's credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Pass incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Rodney McLeod. The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
2nd and 12. To throw, it's Wentz. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He wants it all for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And now make the score 14-0. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Returning it, John Ross. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And a fake here, direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. That is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. To return it, Darius Phillips. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by heck. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said,
I need to get my swag
And he's
right
in. Touchdown, the Eagles. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but What makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get on the field. If you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. On the return, Phillips. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their
The Bengals drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
East Goodwin, incomplete. Brings up third down, and
they head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Let's get there. Check, check. Switch gears. 57's Mike. Great. 6 man. Check cross.
Now flags come in here. Look like one of the Eagles might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Single. Switch.
Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Check Mike 57. Here we go, D. Here I come.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carl Lawson. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. He may try and run for this. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
At the 28.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Going for it all. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
57 is the mic. Mark 57. I got one.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 7-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
They're running.
Go, Greg.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Miles Sanders.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Bengals will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. A handoff to Mixon. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
The tackle made.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They will run with Clement, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they take a knee.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Eagles continue to roll. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bengals 3. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First catch for the Eagles' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a first down.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 33 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract over this win.
They're looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word. I just kept you.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
A.J. Green.
He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Kevin Huber. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Hey. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now a play fake. Wentz eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
It's a gain of
A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 40. Now Burrow loses the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Being chased out left. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over first.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At
the last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On play action, Wentz. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the